there is a different chemical power within the blood. There's also a slight difference in the morphology or the shape of the blood cells. So the blood cells that circulate through their system have a toroidal field that surrounds them that has been multidimensionally activated. Thus, various Platonic geometries are able to be overlaid upon that blood cell that circulates through them. So their blood has been spiritually activated and structured. This allows for the chemical composition of the blood to be more greatly resonant with their underlying spiritual template. The underlying spiritual template of these beings is based upon the throat center. And these beings, the blue-skinned beings, many of you call them the Anunnaki, and they are said to be the creators of reality. And when you read into your modern and somewhat ancient creation stories, what do you have? In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God. The Word was with God. So think about this deeply. Language is essential. Language is the building blocks to conscious creation. And remember, language exists on the higher levels and transcends the boundaries that you describe as your physical languages. The throat chakra, in addition to reality creation, also specializes in lucid dreaming. And as you know, in lucid dreaming, you can pretty much create whatever you can imagine. So these blue-skinned beings whom traveled the cosmos, whom assisted in the establishing of what you call modern humanity, these beings still exist, as we have mentioned, and their spiritual abodes are based upon the throat chakra. So remember, this little throat chakra that you all have, your personal one, it's a little fractal of a higher spiritual dimension. And it is this dimension that these blue-skinned beings embody and emanate from. In terms of where in your solar system this dimension is anchored, your planet Jupiter. This is why the all-seeing eye is such a big, big symbol. So, more on that in the future sessions. For now, remember the following. These beings that we are describing, there are so many projections that humans assign to that. We're talking about Anunnaki, and we're talking about the deities that, of course, are meant to represent the Anunnaki. There's so many projections that have been cast upon these beings, some very positive, some very negative. Regardless of the projections, you have your own inner resonance. You can tune into the three minds. And you can also bring into resonance, you can also tune all Anunnaki dimensions of your DNA, which fully awakens the genetic scaffolding. When that happens, any Anunnaki beings that are associated with you and your society also go through an evolution. Remember, in your Sumerian texts, it has been said that the humans that the Anunnaki created were more powerful than the Anunnaki, because you have greater density, you have greater physicality, and you are also enhanced in terms of your ability to produce language and your ability to imagine. You have a more expansive imagination. In our Keys to the Anunnaki transmission, we talked about this. This was the main superpower that they gave all of you, because it is that imagination that allows for you to summon whatever you need from the multiverse of experience and from the multiversal ocean of infinite love. So you are able to bring civilizations into ascended states, as well as yourself, simply through you listening to the soul song, breathing into the heart, and honoring that connection that you have not just with all things, but also with all things that have yet to be discovered by you. You have a connection to the unknown, that which even now your mind attempts to imagine. Within that veil And behind that veil, your future self shares treasure with you now.